up, guys? So last time we did MGK, we checked out his Doja freestyle with Corday. That was fire. Literally like off of this plane, alien. And I see he's continuing the series. He's in the same location. I'm assuming Corday's house again, but this time it's just him. So this is Machine Gun Kelly Renegade freestyle. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late to this, guys. I've just been super busy, working on my own music and stuff, but I'm really excited. So here we go. I haven't heard this before, so let's get it.
All right, we're live in the homie's backyard, and today it's just me and the cypher.
Right off the bat, I'm loving his outfit, dude. Machine Gun Kelly always rocks like some of the coolest fashion I've ever seen. I want a hat like he has.
Yeah.
Ooh. That beat instantly, the choir. Oh, I feel it. And I'm loving the cinematography on this. I mean, it's a simple video, but like the camera quality, the lighting, how his hair has grown out. I just love it, man. He's such a vibe.
Can you turn me up?
Woo! I love that he's painted his nails black. Black looks good on him.
Yo, hey yo, sit back and watch me do this. Correct all the stupids who tried to put me in the box. I had to
sit back and watch him do this. By doing, like, we just sit back like as I'm doing right now, and while he's doing his thing. A bit of like a dig towards his audience in a way, but then he addresses that, by doing this, he's correcting all the stupid people who try to put him in boxes, who try to like lock him in, for example, as a rapper or whatever. If we know one thing about MGK is that he doesn't fit in boxes. We've seen how he's gone from genre to genre. He's went from rap to punk rock, now back to rap. But even in his raps, he fuses his instrumentals or like the alternative genre, and there's this very unique feel to his music. I mean, MGK just makes what he feels. He doesn't confine himself to any rules. He goes wherever the vibe takes him, and that's what I love about MGK.
sit back and watch me do this. Correct all the stupids who tried to put me in the box. I had to solve like Rubik's with no.
And the box, playing off of box, of course, the metaphorical box of a category, but at the same time, literalizing the box, and then what's another box, like a Rubik's Cube, and he had to solve, that box that they were trying to fit him into, that puzzle, like a Rubik's Cube, literally. So he's associating his transition and his fusion of genres to doing that, being as complex as attempting to solve a Rubik's Cube. Like, this might be a bit embarrassing, but I've owned Rubik's Cubes my whole life, and I've never been able to solve one. Maybe I just haven't had the patience with them. But yeah, so, a very artistic, metaphorical way of illustrating his struggle.
Watch me do this. Correct all the stupids who tried to put me in the box. I had to solve like Rubik's with no blueprints, just music. Nothing they say about me on computers compares to a dad who was abusive.
With no blueprints, just music, There was no planned out path. He figured it out as he went along. And then he went and said that nothing that they say to him on computers, like online, all the hate he receives and he has received throughout his career, well, all of that doesn't compare to a father who was abusive, psychological and perhaps physical abuse too. Like, if he's endured that, what some stranger says on the screen ain't gonna even touch him, man, because he knows what real pain is. But this actually really surprises me. I didn't know this about MGK. I don't know if he's rapping this about himself, but like on Tickets to My Downfall, he had a song called Lonely, which was I suppose a tribute to his father who died, rest in peace. And on that song, he sounded so broken about it. He was really talking about the fact that he would trade everything he's ever acquired in his career to just spend more time with his father. And he's lonely without his father. And now hearing that his father was abusive, that just, if that's true, that creates such a bittersweet sentiment in regards to his death, you know, because on one hand, obviously it's your father, and it pains you that you've lost him. But you know, if someone like your father has been abusive to you in the past, well then, you know, it's difficult to process. Like, how is he supposed to feel about it? You know what I mean?
Prince, just music. Nothing they say about me on computers compares to a dad who was abusive. I go to war with these stars, no George Lucas, make a call.
He goes to war with these stars, no George Lucas. You know, George Lucas, the director of Star Wars, some of the most famous films of all time. He's playing off of stars and George Lucas, but he's also saying he's going to war with these stars. So basically he's going to war with these other celebrities, these other artists, the rappers, when he makes his art, because, you know, the industry is competition. That's why he's going to war with these stars. But, you know, at the same time, he's also saying he's not bothered with petty shit, basically. He's literally out here going to war with stars. Think about that. Not just a star as in, like, what it means to be a star as a person, but a star as in, like, the sun, for instance, right? And the power of the sun, and the scope of it, and the heat, and all that. And he's busy going to war with stars. You know, again, I feel like he's playing into this whole intergalactic extraterrestrial imagery, this alien vibe he's on, and I'm digging it so much. Oh, and I've just noticed on one hand his nails are painted red, so what that gives me is Alice in Wonderland vibes right there with his fashion. And speaking of Alice in Wonderland, if there's any very psychedelic artists doing it psychedelically right now, it's definitely MGK.
This compares to a dad who was abusive. I go to war with these stars, no George Lucas, make a call, and here's Johnny, keep me shining like I'm Stanley Kubrick.
Make a call, and here's Johnny, keep him shining like he's Stanley Kubrick. So again, playing off of the film, he started off with the George Lucas part, but he's continuing on with that imagery. Now playing to The Shining, you know, playing off of stars in Shining. But then here's Johnny, you know, Johnny the character in Stanley Kubrick's film called The Shining, you know, one of the most famous horror movies of all time. And that famous meme, or that scene, that moment in the film where, you know, he's peeking through, and I believe it's Jack Nicholson, he's like, here's Johnny, you know, playing off of that. But at the same time, you know, using that imagery and that wordplay to deliver a very real bar about how he feels.
With these stars, no George Lucas, make a call, and here's Johnny, keep me shining like I'm Stanley Kubrick. That line went over your head like the airbender's tattoo is.
That line, you know, what he just said, you know, he's like, you couldn't have caught that, you know, he's saying there's layers to his lyrics, so it went over your head, like it flew past you, but at the same time, you know, the metaphor of going over your head, well, he's using it both as metaphor, but both literally, because he used the simile of the Airbender's tattoo from the animated series. I believe it's called The Last Airbender. God, that movie was awful, but to be fair, I haven't watched it, I've just heard it's awful, so who knows, maybe it's great. But yeah, I believe the Airbender has a tattoo like this on his actual head, so that line went over your head like the Airbender's head, you know?
Keep me shining like I'm Stanley Kubrick. That line went over your head like the airbender's tattoo is. Next line that goes into my nose might make me overdo it.
Speaking on overdose, the next line that goes into his nose, like the line that he sniffs, relating to drugs, might make him overdo it. You know, it might make him die. But at the same time, it could be line as in the lines he's writing, you know. And, you know, he could be saying that he's bringing so, I don't know why, well, nose to play into the drug imagery, but he'd be saying he's writing so much, like, great music that, you know, one more amazing bar from him, and he's overdone it. Because, you know, I mean, like, to keep it up at this level, you know, in a way, he is overdoing it, you know.
Head like the airbender's tattoo is. Next line that goes into my nose might make me overdo it. I spent so much of my personal savings on Colombian pure cocaine. I should speak Spanish like I'm Caliuchis. So,
ooh, shouting out another amazing artist, Caliuchis. I love his music as well. But, you know, again, you know, playing off of the last line with the sniffing lines, making him overdo it, and then talking about buying Colombian cocaine, and then relating that to the lifestyle of another artist. And if this is all freestyle, like, if this is all just in the moment, right, not written, which there's a chance it is, wow, you know?
My personal savings on Colombian pure cocaine. I should speak Spanish like I'm Cali Uchis. So fucking sick I could piss mucus.
Yeah, he's basically snorting so much Colombian cocaine, you know, getting so high off of like Colombian product that he's saying he should speak Spanish with the amount of Colombian cocaine he's freaking ingesting. And it actually makes me worry. You know, one thing is bars, but if he's actually doing this stuff, like presently, I mean, obviously, I assume he's done it in the past, or he wouldn't speak about it, but if he's still doing it, and he has a daughter and stuff, like, I'm not trying to throw shade or try to act like I know better or anything, but just has an outside perspective. It's definitely concerning, you know, because as a father, you've got a responsibility to your child, you know. This isn't just, and yeah, your audience too as well, but like primarily like a father, and to be on drugs, you know, when you need to support your child as they're growing, like, that really worries me. I'm hoping these are just bars.
Pure cocaine, I should speak Spanish like I'm Cali Uchis. So fucking sick I could piss mucus. I'm the shit when I sit still.
He's so sick, he could piss mucus. You know, mucus comes out of your nose. But what is piss? Piss is when your body eliminates the waste. Like, so he's sick, yeah, he's sick, as in, you know, he's like sick, like mad cool at this and whatever, but he's also sick, like so ill from all the messed up stuff he's ingested that, you know, instead of coming out of his nose, the mucus, there's so much mucus, like not just here, but inside of him, that he literally needs to piss it out to release it. What a hard bar.
Speak Spanish like I'm Cali Uchis. So fucking sick I could piss mucus. I'm the shit when I sit, stand, talk, walk, rap, sing, my mouth sewage.
He's the shit when he sits. You know, sits as in sitting on the toilet, taking a shit. But sit when he's just chilling, he's still the shit. Like, he's cool. When he's standing up, then, you know, he's going off of the toilet. Means you're just saying he's the shit in general. When he's standing, talking, walking, when he's rapping, when he's singing, his mouth's sewage playing off of shit, you know. Also the shit that comes out of his mouth, like, it fucking reeks how fucking hard it is. And basically all he's described, I mean, to stand, to talk, and to walk, those three things, you could take those three things and combine them into just living, you know, like just him being alive. He's always the shit. That's what he's saying. And it's a bit, as always, it's a dark bar again, because, you know, you could take it in a positive context, but you could also take it in a negative one. That's the beauty of music, interpretation.
Sick I could piss mucus. I'm the shit when I sit, stand, talk, walk, rap, sing, my mouth sewage. Holy shit, someone chew this.
I love that. And then after that, holy shit. You know, the sewage coming out of his mouth is holy. It's, you know, he's actually saying holy shit about himself.
When I sit, stand, talk, walk, rap, sing, my mouth sewage. Holy shit, someone chew this. The truth is my closest tried to cross me like Judas, but can't cross me like I'm Jewish.
The truth is, my closest, the closest people to him tried to cross him like Judas. You know, Judas in the Bible, the human being who was responsible for Jesus ending up on the cross. So he's playing off of that imagery. Also cross him as in the closest people in his life. You know, they try to backstab him. They try to betray him, just like Judas did Jesus. And he's using that metaphor to illustrate how harshly and how badly they tried to cross him, you know. But then he said, hang on, let's run it back, because I believe he said something that illustrated that they couldn't manage.
Someone chew this. The truth is my closest tried to cross me like Judas, but can't cross me like I'm Jewish.
But can't cross him like he's Jewish. So, yeah, so they tried to, but they weren't able to. But I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I'm not sure I understand the cross in Jewish reference. Obviously, I know what a Jew is, obviously, but I don't. Is that because Jew? Yeah, oh, yeah, I think he means that they can't cross him because, you know, Jews, they're not Christians. They're literally Jewish. So they don't believe in the, you know, the Bible. That's not their thing. So they literally, those people who tried to cross him couldn't cross him, almost as if he's Jewish, you know, saying impossible.
Someone chew this, the truth is my closest tried to cross me like Judas, but can't cross me like I'm Jewish. That crosshair's a little shaky, they missed me by 2 inches.
The crosshair's a little shaky, they missed him by 2 inches. So yeah, again, playing off of Cross, you know, he's literally using Cross to deliver as many bars as he can about that one word, using that word in his with as many and stretching its synonyms as like expansively as he can. And again, he's about to use Cross
Judas,
again.
but can't cross me like I'm Jewish. That crosshair's a little shaky, they missed me by 2 inches.
And could that be you know, people have him in the scope? He's saying they were shaky. They missed him by 2 inches. They got close, but they didn't. Could he be mentioning Eminem? You know, because Eminem, you know, when he dropped Kill Shot, we were like, this is it, right? It's over for Machine Gun Kelly. Eminem bodied his career at the time. But the fact that Machine Gun Kelly is here, what, 3 albums later? Albums which have all done very well, by the way. You know, performing live in front of thousands of people, very often, right? Selling out arenas, still dropping music. What is this video at? 1.5 million views, and it came out 5 days ago, right? And people are loving his music. He's saying Eminem's Kill Shot, that was a bit shaky because I'm still alive.
Me like Judas, but can't cross me like I'm Jewish. That crosshair's a little shaky, they missed me by 2 inches. I'm cross-legged in my sanctuary like a Buddhist.
Whoo! He's cross-legged, and you know, as in literally being cross-legged, right? Within his sanctuary. What's his sanctuary? Music, his studio, you know, his safe place, wherever it be. And he's in there like a Buddhist. He's cross-legged at peace, you know. He's saying in that last bar, he wasn't trying to, you know, retaliate or fight Eminem again. No, he was just saying, Eminem missed me, right? You know, he tried to end me, you know. He did publicly humiliate me, let's be honest. But besides that, he missed because I'm still here. And I'm just chilling, cross-legged, like a Buddhist. I'm at peace. You know, I don't have any enemies. I'm focused on my own shit, basically.
It's a little shaky, they missed me by 2 inches. I'm cross-legged in my sanctuary like a Buddhist. I'm cross-eyed from this weed I'm smoking that's colored bluish.
Oh my God, he's still going on cross. You know, saying he's cross-eyed from the weed he's smoking. Did he say something about being colorblind as well?
In my sanctuary like a Buddhist. I'm cross-eyed from this weed I'm smoking that's colored bluish.
Yeah, so again, playing off of the you know, he's getting so high off of this weed that he's colored bluish.
This gun is my son, I'm the father of Draco like Lucius.
This gun is his son. You know, playing off of his name, Machine Gun Kelly. The gun is his son. He's and a Harry Potter reference. He's the father of Draco. Like, fuck, I forgot his name. Let's run it back. Jesus. Sorry, Harry Potter people. Lucius, yeah. You know, in Harry Potter, Draco Malfoy, Lucius is his father. So, and Draco Malfoy, who in my opinion ends up being a superior wizard to his father, because Draco Malfoy, although he's in the dark magic, like, you know, he almost kills Snape for Voldemort, right? But in the end, he redeems himself and he joins the light and he becomes a greater wizard than his father ever was, because his father goes down with Voldemort, but Draco joins the light in the end. So he's saying this gun is my son, like Draco. Like he's, you know, he's comparing his relationship to the gun, you know, like as if, you know, he's going to change the meaning of what the gun in his name means. You know, maybe the gun in Machine Gun Kelly started out like out of anger, you know, so done with stuff that, you know, he literally kills all his enemies. But now he's recontextualizing what that means.
Like Lucius. Ugh, make sure there's no confusions. I'm a great white, I can eat these barracudas.
Or playing off of, there was a skit on Tickets to My Downfall. Kevin and Barracuda. Where where Machine Gun Kelly and Pete Davidson were high. I think MGK was coming off of shrooms and they were on a phone call together. And they were just having a conversation about if they were aliens, what names they would be. And then I believe Pete Davidson said he would have been Kevin, and then Machine Casey he would have been Barracudas, but that could be a reference to that. But also Pete.
Ugh, make sure there's no confusions. I'm a great white, I can eat these barracudas.
Yeah, so Barracuda is a type of fish. He's the great white, like a great white shark, one of the I believe the superior predator of the ocean. So he can easily eat these other fish in the sea with him. He's letting us know there's no confusion about that. He's letting you know who he is and then who they are in one bar.
Ugh, make sure there's no confusions. I'm a great white, I can eat these barracudas. See who I am? You're stupid, it's nice to meet you. I just put this
I mean, that's just simple, I don't really even think I have to explain that, but I just love the swagger and the personality that comes out in lines like that.
I can eat these barracudas. See who I am? You're stupid. It's nice to meet you. I just put this hole in the ground for you like a soccer cleat shoe. I see.
Hi. You're stupid. Nice to meet you. Oh, I just put this hole in the ground. There's your coffin. And then playing off of a soccer cleat shoe. On the football pitch, and how those types of shoes leave those prints on the field.
Stupid, it's nice to meet you. I just put this hole in the ground for you like a soccer cleat shoe.
He did it with ease, He's saying he ain't even trying, is what he's saying. Literally, to dig a grave, think about how deep a grave is. It takes effort, right? But for MGK, it's like walking across a football pitch or sprinting across it, He's off on his mission, trying to, achieve his goals, to score the football and the goal. So he's running towards his dreams, and everyone who tries to stop him, he dashes past them and he leaves a hole in the ground. And you try to follow MGK and come after him, you're going to fall in the grounds he made for you along his way to success.
Stupid, it's nice to meet you. I just put this hole in the ground for you like a soccer cleat shoe. I see why they call you Jack Man. You Jack Man's whole swag. Give Drake his flow back, man.
Playing off of Hugh Jackman, but did he just diss Jack Harlow? Because Jack Harlow, which I was going to react to, I probably might. He just released an album called Jack Man's. And he's saying, give Drake his flow back. Saying that Jack Harlow is biting off Drake on his new album. I don't know, because I haven't listened to it. But I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, maybe Jack Harlow was paying influence to Drake. And, that was his way of tributing Drake. But at the same time, him saying that, because MGK usually... actually, I don't know. To be fair, he did go after, the biggest, most loved rapper. But lately, since Eminem, he hasn't really gone after anyone. He's just been focused on his own. So for him to randomly just call out Jack when, Jack is just, his music is chill, whatever. I feel like there's some behind-the-scenes beef going on between MGK and Jack Harlow, man. And also, if there was beef between MGK and Jack Harlow, let me just say...
I see why they call you Jack Man. You Jack Man's whole swag. Give Drake his flow back.
Play off of Jackman, and then you jacked his whole swag.
Man, I eat rappers like Pac-Man.
He eats rappers like Pac-Man, but also like Pac-Man, Pac-Man the game, where the whole point is you're eating these other ghosts. right? And that imagery could say a lot about what rappers represent to him anyway. But on top of that, he eats rappers like Pac. Could he be saying he eats rappers like Tupac? You know? Crazy. The layers to every
Man's
bar.
whole swag, give Drake his flow back, man. I eat rappers like Pac-Man. Must I regurgitate and show you who's in my stomach from the last dance I battled?
So again, I love how one thought bleeds into the other and he continues with the metaphor. It's so beautiful. So, playing off of the eating other rappers like Pac-Man, and then he says he best not regurgitate. You know, to regurgitate is after you've eaten something, if it doesn't sit well, if you regurgitate, that's to throw back up what you've eaten. So he's saying, I better not regurgitate, because if you see who I've eaten in, like, my last dance, you know, basically the last time he's eaten someone with music, like, you'd be surprised at who be in MGK's stomach.
Rappers like Pac-Man. Must I regurgitate and show you who's in my stomach from the last dance I battled around? No Instagrams or yelling at the cam. Damn, y'all may be the villain when all along I've been Batman.
Wow. That's my favorite bar, because Batman's my favorite superhero. And in case you don't believe me, easy access. I'm in uni, right? Boom. Batman book right there. Let's go. You know, this whole time, the media, the fans, everyone, they've tried to paint him as the villain, and the whole time he's been the hero. And that Batman comparison is very, it works very well for what he's saying, because if you think about it, Batman, right? I mean, let's look at him. This is how he's dressed. All black. You know, like MGK's album, Born with Horns, Batman's got horns too. You know, devilish looking. You know, he's wearing a mask. He's covering part of his face, something you usually associate with a criminal. You know, and he goes out at night and beats people with his bare hands. Night after night after night. And you may see that, you know, you may try to read this book by its cover. And you may think that's the villain right there. But then, when you open the book and you realise that he's a superhero or a hero, and he goes out every night to save people, you know. When you find out who he is, Machine Gun Kelly, you realise, no, he was never the villain. This was the hero all along. That's my favourite bar I've ever heard from Machine Gun Kelly.
Instagrams or yelling at the cam. Damn, y'all may be the villain when all along I've been Batman. I off-road in this Can-Am. Desert sand on this shirt from Barney's, and I'm stoned like Bam Bam.
Again, playing off of how high he is, you know, and he's stoned like Bam Bam.
In this Can-Am, desert.
And that's his way to deal, man, you know. When everyone villainizes him, when he's just trying to do good, right? Like, that's how he just deals with it. That's why he goes and he gets high and he does that Colombian cocaine, you know? Because I suppose all this pressure and the stress and people not seeing him for who he is, what else can he do but just get high to deal with his fucking misery, man?
Sand on this shirt from Barney's, and I'm stoned like Bam Bam.
There you go. So, I believe playing off of Flintstone. So, desert, you know, I'm fried, it's too late. But he's playing off of Flintstone, like Barney. And then he's saying he's stoned, you know, stoned off of Flintstone. So he's stoned like Bam Bam, you know, a Flintstone bar, because one of the characters in there, I believe, is called Barney.
Eyes red like Cardi, I'm a curse like goddamn, I'm a nightmare like Freddy.
Carti reference.
In your dreams like the Sandman.
I love that imagery so much. He's a nightmare like Freddy in your dreams, because that's how Freddy Krueger, I believe, comes to you. Nightmare on Elm Street. That's how he comes to you. That's how he kills his victims. He kills them in their dreams. So when you're dreaming, if Freddy's in it, it's a fucking nightmare. But then also playing off the word nightmare and staying within that flow, which is so impressive. And then like Sandman, like Neil Gaiman's Sandman. And who is the Sandman? The Sandman is is the, I believe, like the I guess you could say maybe God, but not really God, like the entity, the being, the magical being who's responsible for humans being able to dream. He's the one who gives humans their dreams, right? So, just the way this man's brains work and all the pop cultural references he's doing and making it all fit within rhyme and on a freestyle, and to be this in depth and this layered and this nuanced with the imagery, Machine Gun Kelly's on another level, man.
Cardi, I'm a curse like goddamn. I'm a nightmare like Freddy in your dreams like the Sandman. Don't go to sleep, you won't wake up from that fetal position.
Woo! So don't go to sleep. You won't wake up from that. Playing off of being Freddy Krueger in your dreams. Because usually if you go to sleep and then Freddy Krueger comes to you in your dreams, he's there for a reason. He's there to kill you. So you see MGK in your dream, you're not waking up from that.
Freddy in your dreams like the Sandman. Don't go to sleep, you won't wake up from that fetal position in front of me at my feet like a welcome mat.
Fetal position in front of him at his feet like a welcome mat. So playing off the feet part of fetal position, you know, and like being at his feet like a welcome mat. But again, what is the fetal position? And I believe, I think he's illustrating his grief or his pain, because a fetal position, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's a position of distress. Well, imagine I'm on the floor. I can't do it properly, but he's kind of like that. So fetal position at his feet like a welcome mat. And why a welcome mat? Let's think about, to feel welcome, you know. Obviously the welcome mat, as in, you know, it relates to feet, because being in a fetal position on the ground, just like a welcome mat, because a welcome mat is placed at the door when you step into the house. But also welcome, that word welcome, what that means to me is he finds comfort in his fetal position. That's why he associated it to a welcome mat, because being within his pain is comfortable to him.
Sleep, you won't wake up from that fetal position in front of me at my feet like a welcome mat. I hold these grudges, I don't welcome back. Fuck some
Playing off of welcome again, but he's saying he holds these grudges, you know? Those who try to cross him, he doesn't let us, he keeps that grudge forever. So those people, they're not fucking welcome back, right? They tried to cross him, and then later on, if they come back trying to be all cool with him and shit, he wants nothing to do with you. You ain't welcome back.
In front of me at my feet like a welcome mat. I hold these grudges, I don't welcome back. Fuck subliminal nudges, I throw these punches and I rap. I love you, look at all you.
I love you too. Keep kidding.
Welcome back, fuck subliminal nudges, I throw these punches and I rap. I love you, look at all you little Dylan Brooks. I don't give a fuck if I'm older, I'm colder. You poke the bear in the woods, came back like the...
He don't give a fuck if he's older, he's colder. You know, his growing up has almost numbed him, I'd say, you know. That's his way of enduring all the fucked up shit he's been through growing up. He's become colder because that's his way of dealing with life. Life has made him colder. And, you know, you poked him. Who did you poke? You poked the wrong fucking person, because you poked the bear in the woods. That grizzly bear, like j.i.d said. Lions and tigers and bears.
Dylan Brooks, I don't give a fuck if I'm older, I'm colder. You poke the bear in the woods, came back like LeBron and dropped 40 on you like I should. The only thing I ever wished is that y'all fucking would.
You came back like LeBron and dropped 40 on you. And the only thing he's ever wished for, his only dream, right, is that you fucking would. You know? That you would go for... That you would go for your dreams. That you would do what makes you happy. You know? He's saying he wishes that you tried to do what he did. You know? And if that ain't motivation, I don't know what is. Bro. I'm not gonna lie, but I need an album from Mr. Machine Gun Kelly. And I need that shit desperately. because El Diablo, I love that album to death, right? Very personal album to me. It was an album that was there for me at a time when I was very, sorry, Hotel Diablo. That El Diablo is the song of it. That was an album that was like very, it was there at a critical time in my life, right? At a dark time that reflected how I felt. But what I've been hearing in these freestyles, content-wise, rap-wise, is miles ahead of anything he's ever done in his whole career, even back in the lockdown sessions. As fire as those were, the wordplay, the ease with which he carries himself on the beat, the imagery, and the message. I mean, it's all there. The quality, the style, the uniqueness. I need an album from this man, and I need it fast. And you bet you, when that drops, because we know he's building up to something with this. We know something big is coming. When that happens, we will experience it together right here on this channel. You have my word. As always, Machine Gun Kelly, you killed it. Much love to you guys. Peace.